Did you see after they went off air, there was an incident a lot of people sent us because there was video footage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were taping Rampage, but I read the recap of the Rampage television program, and they did not show this on it. So this was being taped afterwards, but whatever happened, there was a big fight. I know, imagine this, folks. Take this ride with me. I know it's hard to believe, but there was a fight of 10 or 12 different people at the ring, and everything was chaos. And somehow Bryan Danielson got his leg stuck in between the ramp and the apron of the ring. There's like mere inches in between. I've always said I hate those ramps anyway, and this is another one of the reasons, but also it was not constructed properly because this wouldn't have happened in the WWE or in Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, famous ramp locations. But Danielson got his leg stuck in the fucking thing and couldn't get it out. And the fight, they put the footage up on Twitter. The fight's going on around him, and he's trying to call people's attention. He calls one of the referees over, and he's told him, my leg is fucking stuck, and I cannot get out. And at first, when I was watching it, I said, I didn't think he did it on purpose. I think the leg got stuck. And then there may have been an element of him milking it for all it was worth afterwards. But he was stuck in there for a while. So everybody finally had to just run off, and then they had to have the referees and the doctor come down, and everybody's checking on him. And they literally had some of the guys leaning into pushing the ring to try to move it just an inch away from the ramp, while at the same time one of the doctors or somebody was trying to peel the ramp up from the top. I don't know if anybody was smart enough to just go underneath it because it assembles and you can put it together and take it apart. But they had a devil of a time trying to get Danielson's leg out from in between the ring and the ramp. And I've seen that. They didn't get caught, but I've seen guys have issues before when there was a 2-ring battle royal. And in the territory days, they didn't just have, all of their rings weren't standard size, weren't standard height, weren't standard, ropes in terms of how big the turnbuckles are, whatever the fuck. It was whatever ring you had. And sometimes the territories would put 2 rings side by side, and there would be space in between the aprons where they didn't fit up right. And if you weren't careful, you'd get your foot or your arm or anything stuck in that and break something off. But I've never seen in my life anybody get stuck in between. There shouldn't be enough room, but maybe after the end of the night of taping, enough people had taken turnbuckles over on the far side that it moved the ring a couple of inches. But I've never seen anybody get stuck like that in between the ramp and the ring, and it require assistance to get them out. And I mean, I did a spot show one night in, was it Covington, Tennessee? I was wrestling Brandon Baxter for Randy Hales. And they had the ring right next to the stage. It was outdoors. It was at the fairgrounds. And there was a stage, and the ring was set up. So we walked from the trailer we were dressing in off the stage and into the ring. And I took a bump for Brandon and rolled out to bail out on the floor and milk people a little bit. And when I rolled out, I was on that side, and I rolled right off, and I stood up. I was in between the ring and the stage. The only thing you could see was my chest and shoulders, like nipples up. And so I milked like I was stuck there for a second. The referee was Buddy Wayne's son. He came over and helped pull me out, but that was bizarre. But at least you could see Bryan, as they were finally about to get him out of there, he's kind of milking it. He's making some faces. It was entertaining people, but what is it with their equipment in AEW? I've never seen anybody rip their arm open like Cash did on that turnbuckle hook. I've never seen anybody get stuck in between the ramp and the ring like Danielson did. I don't know, where are they getting their wrestling equipment at Rings R Us or what?
I can't explain it. Though Danielson leg thing was I mean, I thought of you right away because you've always talked about how much you hated those ramps.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that happen before. And
I've got a new reason for hating. I never hated them for that reason. I hated them because you can't run around the ring. They get in your way. They block camera people off. They block the chase scene off around the ring. It also, again, if you're getting thrown over the top rope or whatever, and you're not paying attention to where you're going, a lot of people may say, well, I'd rather be thrown over the top rope to a ramp that's level with the apron than a concrete floor another 4 feet below that. Well, if you're not expecting that ramp to be there because you've got turned around and, oh shit, there's a ramp right as you're going over the top, it can change things. So you got to keep an eye on that. And Bryan's lucky that it didn't tear his knee or snap the lower leg bone, because just your body weight alone, if your leg is immobilized in something like that and it's an ungiving edge, if he'd have fallen another way, it could have been snap, crackle, and pop. And then Tony's legal team would have something to worry about, because he could sue him for ending his career instead of just poisoning it by having him be a flunky for Jon Moxley. But we do hope that Bryan is feeling better and is in fighting fit after his terrible accident getting his legs stuck in the ramp. Oh, fuck.
In the middle of the brawl, too. It wasn't even just him walking back. Apparently, it was right in the middle of whatever the post-match brawl was.
And everybody else is just, and that's what I was worried because also those fucking numbnutses, they dive, they fly, they take bumps. They're not watching where they're going. And here he is immobilized, and somebody could if not only fall on him, but potentially if they were taking bumps on that ramp, it may have been tightening the grip on his leg. So that wasn't good on anybody's part. But we're glad you're feeling better, Bryan. Now start to regain the power of speech on television so we can enjoy you again instead of standing there in the corner letting the fucking outlaw talent do all the work.